Hey, so in my last video, if you did not see it, please go back and make sure you watch it. I spoke about um, assessing relationships. Now, this can go into so many different ways, right? Whether it's romantic relationships, friendship relationships, family relationships, so on and so on, right? Big topic. But in my last video, I mentioned just three different types of relationships or how you could categorize people. In this video, I'm going to talk about assessing relationships and proximity, right? So I'm going to jump right in and just give some examples in my life to help you guys better place people in the right proximity to you, because relationships are also about proximity, right? Not everyone can have access to you, should have access to you. And some people deserve to have access to you, right? And not everyone deserves to have access to you in the same amount of increments. Um, so there's people you may spend every day with, people that you're like, wow, like this is someone that we respect each other, we pour into each other, back and forth. Like, this is just a great person you love to be around. And, maybe it's your best friend, right? That person that it's like you guys are equally benefiting the relationship. You have an understanding, you respect each other, you care for each other. Awesome, wonderful. So that's the one that's like, I say I put them in the 5-degree radius. So it's like wonderful. Like, this is someone I love. You can be close to me. You're in my 5-degree radius, right? You're like right here. Then you may have people that are in the 10-degree radius. And honestly, these could be people that there's no reason for them to be in the 10-degree radius, but maybe you're just like, I can't manage all these relationships really well. So they just happen to be in the 10-degree radius because we we work together. So we're not BFF, but it's like, oh, I enjoy you. Every once in a while, we'll, grab a bite to eat together and we'll chit chat, but we're not BFF. But you're just, you're my 10-degree radius because maybe we just don't have time to pour into each other fully or give a lot to that relationship like we give those 5-degree people that are really close to us. But it's like, 10 degrees. You guys are cool. I'm cool with you. We're good. Then you may have people in the 15-degree radius. And these may be people that, they're acquaintances. Hi, bye, see you later. And it's not to say like any of these radiuses are negative or positive, but that could kind of come into play, right? And I'll give an example of that. So maybe the 15-degree radius is someone that's like, see them around, hey, what's up? But the 15-degree radius could also be, I kind of got to know you a little bit. And I just was like, oh, okay, maybe there's some differences that we have, or maybe we're just personality wise, we're not that compatible, whether it be a friend or colleague. And it's just like, hey, what's up? See you later. Bye. 15 degrees. That works. Now, 20 degrees is just like, okay, we're getting even further, right? And maybe this person or these people are, people, once again, you didn't get a chance to get to know. So they're just on the outskirts. 20-degree radius may also be people that you did get to know them a little bit. And you had to make a choice of like, that's not really someone I want that close to me for whatever reason. So let me give some examples of how I've personally categorized people. So some people I started out, and this is a real stories I'll give you. There was someone that I met, someone that had been around or been at events that I was at, and I didn't know them. They were just there. It was just like, okay, hello, because just out of courtesy. And then there was a point in time where we had crossed some of the same people or people knew them. It's almost like we knew some of the same people and ended up in the same room or invited to some of the same events. I ended up being around this person a little bit more, getting to know them a little bit better. And what ended up happening, or what I realized once I started seeing their personality, seeing certain traits, and to be really honest, they were traits that I was like, that's not gonna work for me. Like, certain attitudes, immaturity, different things that they said, different things that they did, the way that they carried themselves, the way they spoke about others, the way they went about doing things. It just didn't sit right with me. And so it was like, okay, like I kind of got to know you a little bit better. So it was like I allowed them, right? So it's like I feel like these radiuses can always be shifting, because you could have someone that has been on the outskirts, and then all of a sudden one day you get the opportunity to meet them, talk to them, or get to know them, and you're like, damn, like this is a great person. They're amazing, and you just click, and it's like, shoot, you was all the way out there, I've been passing by you, and now I got to know you, and shoot, you in the 5 degrees, because you're just I don't mind bringing you closer because you're just like a really great person, or we mesh, right? And so like I said, I think these people can always be moving up and down and in and out of these radiuses in your life. So like I said, this person had was 20 degrees, saw them around at events, got to know them a little better, right? Kind of let them in that 10-degree area. And I was being around them, getting to know them, seeing how they move, and I was like, nah, this is not for me. Like, you gotta go. So I shifted gears and was like, all right, let me start moving accordingly and place them where they need to be. And I placed that person right back in the 20 degrees all the way over there where I found them. Okay. And the reason I like to break it down like that is to just give you guys context of how I move, and something that has helped me. I think it's okay to allow new people in. I think it's okay to have some people that were once close. Sometimes you have to kind of shift them away. Someone could be in your 5 degrees, and then all of a sudden 2-3 years later, or seasons change. Okay, that's just the reality of life. And sometimes these things change just because of maybe time, distance. People have families, people get married, that's okay. And then sometimes their radius or proximity to you changes because of behavior, or because of treatment, or how you treat one another, right? That could change how close or how far someone is to you, or how close you let them into you. But like I said, like these things can change, but that's how I like to place people. And I think this is a really important tool, or just thought process to have in life, so that you can just move better. Like it'll help you, it'll put you at ease. Like, oh wow, I used to hang out with this person every day and I loved them, they were dope, and now it seems like, I don't know, like, they're I don't know, they're becoming verbally abusive, or they're becoming very rude, or they're becoming very, I don't know, problematic or non-agreeable, whatever, right? Fill in the blanks. Maybe it was a close friend and then all of a sudden they got really mean, or they got really angry. I don't know, right? And I'm not talking about ups and downs that people have. I'm talking about like drastically treating someone differently, or you're starting to see, wow, like, they're treating me really poorly. They used to treat me well. I don't know what happened. Hey, if they used to be in your 5 degrees and something's happening where you're not comfortable with how you're being treated, or vice versa, who knows? Or maybe you're treating them poorly because of whatever reason. You got to shift. You got to shift. Like that person then has to go maybe a little bit, you got to give that distance, because best friends can become acquaintances, and people that were acquaintances can become your best friend. So I hope that that was clear, and I hope that you understood just how I broke down just the radius and how you can put people and how you can assess relationships and just put people in those right buckets, as I like to say it, or right radiuses, because that can really make or break a lot of things in your life, because you don't want people that don't mean well to be in that 5-degree radius for too long. You need to be able to discern, something's not right here. Let me push them, not push them away, but let me place them further. They don't need to know all your business. They don't need to know the depths of what's going on with you. They don't need to know your business plans. They don't need to know your next move. Those are people that, like, you just need to be very careful, because you don't want someone that should really be an acquaintance or doesn't mean well for you to be accidentally, for whatever reason, you're missing signs, and now all of a sudden you're keeping them really close to you, or you're confiding in them. That could be very scary. Okay, and I say this from experience. So I will make another video to go into how you divulge information to people based on where you have placed them in your life. I think that's going to be really, really important. And I hope you guys look forward to that video, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like and subscribe and look out for more.